We are Andrea and Christian. We left our life in Switzerland behind to explore the world with our dog Nacho in our Land Rover Defender, Willy. Our first goal, conquer the Pan American Highway, spanning 30,000 kilometers from Alaska to Argentina. Join us as we battle through 14 countries, extreme climates, uncharted deserts, dense rainforests, and towering mountains.
Did you ever feel the thrill of standing on the edge of the unknown? As we rolled into Haines Junction, with those epic snow-covered peaks in the background, we knew we were on the verge of something extraordinary. But little did we know, the wildest parts of our journey were yet to come. You know how it is with overlanding. There's always that one spot that feels like a mirage in the desert. After passing Haines Junction, we spotted this place on the iOverlander map. The satellite view made the road look more like a vague suggestion than an actual path. But hey, someone took pictures there, so it must be doable, right? Besides, it wasn't in the national park, so what could possibly go wrong? The road started off promising, or so we thought. Let's just say, calling it a road might be a bit generous. It was more like a glorified riverbed. We debated scouting it on foot first, but before we could decide, a car appeared from the other direction. If they could do it, how hard could it be? So off we went, diving headfirst into what was definitely more riverbed than road. Camping in a riverbed seemed like a great idea. Imagine all the water we'd save. But the idea of a surprise midnight swim wasn't exactly on our bucket list, so we drove a bit further, keeping our golden rule in mind: stay out of the Kluane National Park. And for those wondering, yes, one of us, usually me, has to walk through mud and dirt to get those perfect shots. Let's just say white shoes weren't my brightest idea that day.
Bravo, bravo!
Yep, and this, my friends, is what the cameraman does. Nice, huh?
And then, there it was, the perfect spot. The only thing missing was a dinosaur strolling by. Maybe that's asking too much? The weather added a bit of a drama, making our stay even more memorable. We ended up staying 2 nights, but the whole time one thought kept nagging at us. How is that riverbed holding up? Is it about to turn into a raging river? And just how long could we stay here if it really started pouring? We didn't spot any dinosaur, but we did get 2 bison, and trust me, that was a sight to remember. After our stay, we headed back to Whitehorse. With our package delivery delayed, we tackled a few issues, one of them being our sink. The fold-down tap was a hassle, loosening and shifting with frequent use. So we decided to cut the hole in the lid to keep the tap upright permanently. Ta-da! It fits like a glove. The next task is about the new stove. The reason why we decided to buy a new stove is that shortly before we left Switzerland, we installed a refillable gas tank, which sits in the black box in the back of our Defender. This tank has a 30 millibar pressure regulator. The pipe goes through our car and has a quick coupling to connect the stove. But sadly, our Primus stove needs 1 bar, as we realized. As you can imagine, one of the small bottle costs $12 and the refill of the big one costs $4. Well, you do the math. We knew the new stove wouldn't fit in the old spot, so we had to build a console on the back door. Fortunately, we had some aluminum pieces with us, which we used to create the new console. And if you're wondering why we're using some vintage aluminum pieces for this, good question. We did look into custom-made consoles, but at 150 Canadian dollars, the price was way too steep for our budget. Given that we can build this ourselves, it was a no-brainer. The only hitch? We don't have the tools. And luckily, a new friend, thanks to the slow roamers, came to the rescue. So.
Just needs a little bit more load.
A little bit... Ja, ja. Klart så irgendwie. And let's hope the stove will fit in there. Thank you so much for your help.
After 3 days of waiting in vain for our packages, we figured it was time to kick off a new adventure. We teamed up with Tim from Rover & Soul and Maxi, the wheel-bearing guy we helped in the Rockies video. We all agreed, let's hit Wheaton Valley. On Google Maps, it looked like a normal road until we discovered a rather large hole in the middle of the road. We reached the river we wanted to cross, but with the water too high, we decided to camp at this spot. Touch. After 2 days, the river's water level dropped enough for us to be able to cross it and to explore the valley. Another river crossing was on the agenda, but this one was too risky. So we tried another route, only to find it blocked by a landslide. I guess it was time for us to go back and try something new. We spotted another road on the map but had to cross the first river again to get to it. And no, we are definitely not complaining. We tried driving up a bit further, but quickly realized that tackling a steep, washed-out road with tricky banking wasn't the best idea for our top-heavy Land Rovers.
It was time to say goodbye to our fellow Defender fans, as we all went to our separate ways. We decided to stay one more night at the previous spot before heading back to Whitehorse, where we're still hoping our parcels will arrive soon.
And that's a wrap for today. But our adventure is far from over. Up next, we'll navigate the unexpected twists of traveling with our dog and how quickly plans can change on the road. Want to know how pet travel rules to the States turned our journey upside down? Don't miss the next episode. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you are enjoying the journey and want to stick around for more, hit that subscribe button and join us for the next chapter of our wild ride. See you next time.